Lunas! I think everyone has had at least one weird teacher or a weird classmate. As you might remember, I've already told you 2 stories about my classmates, but it's been a while since I talked about my teachers. So today, I'm going to tell you about the weirdest teachers I've ever had. And if you've had teachers like these too, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. So, when I moved from elementary school to middle school, we had the most amazing history teacher ever. Seriously, every student loved her. She explained everything so clearly, and somehow she remembered every single student's name. But after a year, she suddenly disappeared. I never saw her again. That sounded way creepier than I intended. Anyway, she was replaced by a new teacher. She wasn't mean, and she wasn't overly nice either. She just had one very unusual trait. Let's call her Miss Forgetful. She walked into the classroom and started talking in the sleepiest voice imaginable.
Good morning, class. I'm your new history teacher.
At first, she seemed like a perfectly normal woman. Well, that is, until the introductions started.
What's your name?
I'm Jake.
And you?
Ethan.
Got it. Gerald and Cornelius.
She forgot their names. You might think, come on, it's her first day. She just has a lot to remember. Nope. She couldn't remember my name even 2 years later. One day she called me up to the board.
Who should answer today? I know. What was your name again?
Luana.
Right. Louise, come to the board.
My name isn't Louise, it's Luana.
Oh, come on, I mixed it up once. Stop arguing, Lucinda, or I'll give you an F.
But remembering people's names wasn't the only thing Miss Forgetful was bad at. Her memory got the entire class in trouble. One day, she forgot to give us any homework. We were all celebrating as we walked home. But at the next lesson, she suddenly asked us where our homework was. Of course, nobody had done it because there wasn't any.
Why didn't any of you do your homework? You are getting way too lazy.
Because you never assigned any.
Yes, I did. I remember assigning it.
No, you didn't.
I remember assigning homework. What? Do you think I have a terrible memory?
Can you believe that? She actually gave the entire class an F because she forgot to assign the homework. But believe it or not, that wasn't even her weirdest habit. She also had the squeakiest voice I've ever heard. You know how some people have deep voices, some have loud voices, and some talk really slowly. Well, she sounded like she'd been breathing helium 24/7. The funniest part was when she tried to sound intimidating.
If you keep talking in my class, I'll send you straight to the principal's office. Is that clear?
Yeah. Honestly, nobody was scared of her. She sounded less like a strict teacher and more like a mosquito that had learned how to talk. Actually, imagine if she really were a mosquito. She would never bite anyone. Not because she were being kind, but I should really go to bed. I have school tomorrow.
Finally, time to bite her leg. Wait, did I already bite her leg? Maybe it was her arm. Or was it her head? I can't remember. Why am I on her leg? Have I already bitten it? I don't remember.
What's that annoying buzzing?
Limpopo, let me go. It's me, Miss Forgetful.
My name isn't Limpopo, it's Luana. To be fair, she wasn't actually mean. She just had some very unique quirks. But the next teacher, I'm convinced she crawled straight out of the underworld just to teach our class. Whenever she got angry, it felt like the entire school started shaking. She was actually the inspiration for my character, Miss Grumpy. Meet our math teacher. Let's call her Miss Loudmouth, because yelling was basically her favorite hobby. She didn't start teaching our class until 7th grade. The weirdest part was that at first, she seemed like an absolute angel. Seriously, she was polite to everyone, always smiling, and she barely gave us any homework. But after about 3 months, it was like someone flipped a switch. She transformed from an angel into a demon. She gave us mountains of homework. She yelled for absolutely everything, and somehow every student who used to get A's and B's in math suddenly started getting C's. I mean, there is no way the entire class suddenly became bad at math overnight. Honestly, I have no idea what could make her happy. Look, I already finished all my homework for the entire month.
Why didn't you finish the whole year's homework while you were at it, you lazy girl?
I qualified for the regional math contest.
You'll probably come in last place anyway.
What does it take to make this woman smile? Ouch!
Now that was funny.
Really? That's what made you laugh? I'm not kidding. That was literally the only time I ever saw her smile. And it was because she watched me fall flat on my face. She was unbelievably difficult to deal with. I spent days and sometimes nights trying to fix my grades. Getting good grades really mattered to me. You have no idea how exhausting it was. I'd spend hours doing homework, studying for tests, and then she'd keep me after class just to give me even more math problems. And on top of that, she always looked at me like she was disappointed in me. Eventually, I figured out the only way I'd ever get a good grade from her. Look, I solved all 10 problems you assigned.
Run, I'll give you a C. Fine, you've earned a B.
How am I supposed to solve this monster of a problem?
Looks like I'll have to give you... That's it. You've got an A.
Mom, just like you wanted, I'm finally getting good grades. But being angry wasn't her only rule. She absolutely hated it when anyone was late to class. I'm talking about even 10 seconds late. She wouldn't let you into the classroom and would immediately give you an F. She didn't care if you had a perfectly valid reason either. I remember one day I wasn't feeling well during recess, so I went to the school nurse. She checked my temperature, made sure I was okay, and by the time I left, the bell had already rung. And of course, my next class was math. I opened the classroom door. May I come in?
No, you're late. That's an F in the grade book.
Please, I was at the nurse's office.
I don't care where you were.
What if I slam my head into the wall right now? Would you let me in then?
Excuse me?
Because of that one F, I ended up with a C for the grading period, even though I was sure I'd finish the term with good grades. So tell me, was she just a strict teacher or was she completely crazy? Let me know in the comments, and if you've ever had a teacher like this, I definitely want to hear your story. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!